Hello quizheads, welcome to Takeaway Trivia episode number 230. I'm Leon, your quizmaster from Hereford, UK, and this is another 4 rounds of pub quiz style trivia for you to play at home. It's up to you how you play. You can either do it like a real pub quiz or a bar trivia night, or you can just play the questions as you're on your daily commute or an epic road trip with your friends. You decide the rules, I'll provide the questions. A few quick hellos this week. Georgina Lisa says, shout out to my dad Steve. We'll be walking the South Downs Way on the 15th to 18th of August. It's a total distance of 100 miles. So we're going to be walking a marathon a day and we'll be listening to your podcasts along the way. Steve and Georgina, good luck with that. Watch out for the blisters. Adam Standring says, we'll be travelling up and down Portugal in the next month and I'd be happy if you could give a shout out to my wife Sarah, our sons Vicente and Tiago. Hello to you all, thank you for listening and safe travels. Tony Corbett says hello from a couple of Kiwis on tour. Can we please have a shout out for our 40th wedding anniversary and also to our nephew Adam and Raif Rabia, who recently welcomed baby Atlas to the family. That's from Tony and Cynthia. Belen Acosta's been on saying, can I get a shout out for Maria and Joe? And Paul Faulkner says, Tat holds a special place in our hearts as it's something my girlfriend and I always listen to when we're together, especially on road trips. I live in England and Heather lives in Virginia, so we don't get a lot of time with each other, but we will be together for the last 2 weeks of August in the US. So I'd love a shout out to Heather, Sammy and Nush. That's from Paul Faulkner. Safe travels, Paul. Have a wonderful time in the US. Trevor Nixon says, shout out for myself and my lovely wife Wendy. We've recently relocated to Melton Mowbray and play Tat every week. Thanks for that, Trevor. And hello, Wendy. Claire Adams says, my husband John and I recently discovered Tat on our long drives here in Victoria, Australia. It's his 40th on the 16th of August. Please wish him a happy birthday, John. Have a fantastic day. And finally this week, a shout out to Esme and Callum heading down to Cornwall on Friday the 23rd. Esme says, we love listening and it always helps our journeys go faster, even if we don't get some of the questions right. We are both from Hereford too. Oh yes, Herefordians slowly taking over the world. Special shout out to Ronald and Jonathan who are joining us on the trip. Esme and Callum, safe travels. Have a wonderful time in Cornwall. Alrighty then, it's time for this week's Takeaway Trivia. Coming up, we've got the Final Fling, a round that we've only done a few times over the last 4 years. It's the return of Which Came First. Our tour around the world continues. This week we're stopping off in China, but let's begin at the beginning with your general knowledge round. Good luck! Okay then, let's start this week's quiz. What snacks have you got to keep you going this week? I'm quite partial to chili rice crackers at the moment. Little things you can get. Oh, they're nice. Got a cup of tea? Let's fire up the trivia. Number 1, what was the name of Charlie XCX's debut album? Now, I'm not including 14. Now, that was the first album she released, but it was an incredibly limited release. I'm on about the first full commercial album that Charlie XCX released. What was it called? Number 2, which group performed the theme tune to The Big Bang Theory? Number 2, which group performed the theme tune to The Big Bang Theory? A lot of my friends are like, you're a geek, Leon, you must love The Big Bang Theory. I'm not a fan. I just don't enjoy it. They don't act like geeks actually act. Number 3, which English king signed the Magna Carta in 1215? Number 3, which king signed the Magna Carta back in 1215? Number 4, what is the traditional British equivalent of the Japanese food item wasabi? Number 4, what is the traditional British equivalent of the Japanese food item wasabi? Number 5, Marcus Bentley is the official voice of which UK reality TV show? Number 5, Marcus Bentley is the official voice of which UK reality TV show? Number 6, how many blue stripes feature on the US flag? So number 6, how many blue stripes feature on the flag of the United States of America? Number 7, what French name is given to vegetables cut into matchstick-like long, thin strips? It's a French name. Number 7. What French name is given to vegetables cut into matchstick-like thin, long strips? Number 8. What was the original name of the cafe in the UK soap opera EastEnders? Number 8. What was the original name of the cafe in the UK TV soap opera EastEnders? Number 9. The US Republican Party is often referred to as the GOP. What does GOP stand for? Number 9. The US Republican Party is often referred to as the GOP. What does GOP stand for? Number 10. What's the name of the card that is a payment method for public transport in London? Number 10. What is the name of the card? It's a blue card that is the payment method for public transport in London. And there you go. That's your first 10 questions on takeaway trivia this week. We're off to a good start, I think. I'll have your answers to that round after round number 2. And round number 2 continues our voyage around the world this summer. We're going on vacation, stopping off in different countries along the way. We've done Spain, France, Egypt. Where are we going to go this week? Well, we're off to China. 10 questions on China. Let's go. Number 1. The People's Republic of China was formed in which year? Number 1. The People's Republic of China was formed in which year? Number 2. Which city is the capital of China? Question 2. Which city is the capital of China? Number 3. What is the longest river in China? Number 3. What is the longest river in China? Number 4. What has been the official language of China since the 1930s? Number 4. What has been the official language of China since the 1930s? Number 5. Which ancient trade route connected China with other civilizations in the West? Number 5. What is the name of the ancient trade route that connected China with other civilizations in the West? Number 6. Native to South Central China, the giant panda's diet consists mainly of what? Number 6. Native to South Central China, the giant panda's diet consists mainly of what? Number 7. Which former British colony was handed back to China in 1997? Number 7. Which former British colony was handed back to China in 1997? Number 8. How many stars are there on the national flag of China? Number 8. How many stars are there on China's national flag? Number 9. What is the official currency of China? Number 9. What is the official currency of China? And number 10. Who was the most influential philosopher in ancient China? Number 10. Who was the most influential philosopher in ancient China? 10 questions on China as we travel around the world. We'll be doing this for a few more weeks yet. Our summer vacation. We're getting good feedback on it as well. So any countries you think we should stop off at, let us know. Obviously, we've got to visit Australia at some point. Had a few requests for Canada. We'll see where we end up next week. Let's find out the answers then to general knowledge. Number 1, what was the name of Charlie XCX's debut album? So technically, her first album was called 14, but that had a very limited release in her time when she was releasing songs on MySpace, I think it was, many, many moons ago. Her first full commercial album release was called True Romance. Number 2, which group performed the theme tune to The Big Bang Theory, The Bare Naked Ladies? Number 3, which English king signed the Magna Carta in 1215? King John. Was he the one that was a lion in Robin Hood? I can't remember. Number 4, what is the traditional British equivalent of the Japanese food item wasabi? Horseradish. Number 5, Marcus Bentley is the official voice of which UK TV reality show Big Brother? It's Dear One in the Diary Room. He puts that on now, doesn't it? He used to sound really good back in the old days. Now he sort of goes a bit too over the top. But there we go. Number 6, how many blue stripes feature on the flag of the US? I don't like trick questions, but I couldn't resist that one. It's none. They're red and white. Number 7, what French name is given to vegetables cut into matchstrip-like thin, long strips? Julienne. Number 8, what was the original name of the cafe in EastEnders? Obviously it's Cockney, isn't it? So I should say calf. What was the original name of the calf in EastEnders? Ali's Cafe. Number 9, the US Republican Party is often referred to as the GOP. What does GOP stand for? Grand Old Party. And number 10, what is the name of the card that is a payment method for public transport in London? It's the Oyster card. Your general knowledge answers done. I'll have the answers to Around the World China after round 3. Round number 3 is something we've only done a few times in the 4-year history of Takeaway Trivia, but it's a popular round. It's what came first. I'm going to give you 2 items, and you have to tell me which of them came first, which was born first, invented first, or released first, chronologically, obviously. So number 1, which came first? Was it the Furby or the Tamagotchi? Classic toys from the 90s, but which came first? So number 1, a Furby or a Tamagotchi? I had both. The Tamagotchi I did enjoy. The Furby, literally after a week, sick to death of the thing. Locked it in a cupboard somewhere. So number 1, which came first, Furby or Tamagotchi? Number 2, which app launched first? Was it WhatsApp or Instagram? Number 2, which app came first, WhatsApp or Instagram? Number 3, which came first, Scotland or England? Number 3, which came first, Scotland or England? Number 4, which came first, the Angel of the North statue? It's the famous Anthony Gormley statue with the big wings up towards Newcastle. Or was it the Millennium Dome, now known as the O2, of course, in London, an amazing concert venue? It was originally called the Millennium Dome, but which came first, the Angel of the North or the Millennium Dome? Number 5, which film was released first? Was it Monsters Incorporated or Shrek? Which film was released first, Monsters Incorporated or Shrek? Number 6, which came first, roller coasters or water slides? Number 6, which came first commercially? We're talking, obviously anyone could have whacked up a water slide in their garden without us knowing. But number 6, which came first, roller coasters or water slides? Number 7, which came first, Nike or Michael Jordan? So was Michael Jordan born before Nike, the company, was created? Which came first? Number 7, Nike or Michael Jordan? Number 8, which came first, DC Comics or Marvel Comics? Number 8, DC Comics or Marvel Comics? Number 9, which came first, KFC or Bruce Lee? I just liked it because it rhymed. So which came first? Number 9, KFC off of the Colonel or Bruce Lee off of Expert Martial Arts, I guess? And number 10, which came first, helicopters or Arnold Schwarzenegger? Was he born before helicopters were invented? So number 10, which came first, helicopters or Arnold Schwarzenegger? Get to the chopper. Alright then, there you go. 10 questions. Which came first? Good luck with that one. Back to around the world. 10 questions on China. What were the answers? Number 1. The People's Republic of China was formed in which year? 1949. Which city is the capital of China? Beijing. Number 3. What is the longest river in China? The Yangtze. Number 4. What has been the official language of China since the 1930s? Mandarin. Number 5. Which ancient trade route connected China with other civilizations in the West? The Silk Road. Number 6. Native to south-central China, the giant panda's diet consists mainly of what? Bamboo. Number 7. Which former British colony was handed back to China in 1997? Hong Kong. Number 8. How many stars are there on the national flag of China? 5. Number 9. What is the official currency of China? It's renminbi. RENMINBI. And number 10. Who was the most influential philosopher in ancient China? Confucius. That's your 10 questions on China answered. Let's go back to which came first. Did you guess which came first out of all those offers? Number 1, Furby or Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi came first. It was launched in 1996, November 1996. Number 2, WhatsApp or Instagram. WhatsApp was launched first, February 2009. Number 3, Scotland or England. It was Scotland, dating back to the 9th century as we know it. Number 4, the Angel of the North statue or the Millennium Dome. The Angel of the North was first. It was unveiled in 1998. The Millennium Dome obviously opening New Year's Eve 1999. Number 5, Monsters Inc. or Shrek. It was Shrek that came first. Number 6, roller coasters or water slides. Roller coasters. The first one dates back, as we know it, to 1885. Number 7, Nike or Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was born before Nike as a company launched. Number 8, DC Comics or Marvel Comics. It was DC. They launched in 1935. Number 9, KFC or Bruce Lee. KFC was around long before Bruce Lee was born. KFC launching in 1930. And which came first, helicopters or Arnold Schwarzenegger? It was, of course, helicopters. Okay, that's all the main rounds done with. It's time to get ready for the final battle. Round 4 is the Final Fling. 15 questions of general knowledge. It's a mixed bag and usually slightly trickier than the previous 3 rounds. Are you ready? Question number 1. In ballet, what term describes rapidly spinning on the toes of one foot? Number 1, in ballet, what term describes rapidly spinning on the toes of one foot? Number 2, a silver jubilee is celebrated after how many years? Number 2, a silver jubilee is celebrated after how many years? Number 3, the TV series Downton Abbey is set in which UK county? Number 3, the TV series Downton Abbey is set in which UK county? Number 4, who was the first Tsar of Russia? Number 4, who was the first Tsar of Russia? Number 5, what is the name of the police officer in the classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon Top Cat? Number 5, what was the name of the police officer in the classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon Top Cat? It was originally called Boss Cat here in the UK because there was a brand of cat food called Top Cat and the BBC weren't allowed to advertise at the time. Number 6, who played Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Number 6, which actor played Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Number 7, who wrote the novel 1984? Number 7, who wrote the novel 1984? Number 8, opium is extracted from the juice of what plant? Number 8, opium is extracted from the juice of what plant? Number 9. A web address ending .be typically originates from which country? Number 9. A web address ending .be typically originates from which country? Number 10. Which London landmark has a diameter of 135 metres? Number 10. Which London landmark has a diameter of 135 metres? Number 11. Freema Agyeman portrays which of the Doctor's modern companions in Doctor Who? Number 11. Freema Agyeman portrays which of the Doctor's modern companions in Doctor Who? Number 12. What is the highest female singing voice? Number 12. What is the highest female singing voice? Number 13. Rabat, that's R-A-B-A-T, is the capital of which African country? Number 13. Rabat is the capital of which African country? Number 14. According to the proverb, what is the thief of time? Number 14. According to the proverb, what is the thief of time? And number 15. Which movie con man has been played by both Frank Sinatra and George Clooney? Number 15. Which movie con man has been played by both Frank Sinatra and George Clooney? That's your 15 questions on the Final Fling. Obviously, there's quite a few questions to answer there. If you're not sure about one or two of them, pause the podcast and have another think. If you're ready, here come the answers to the Final Fling. Number 1. In ballet, what term is used to describe rapidly spinning on the toes of one foot? It's a pirouette. Number 2. A silver jubilee is celebrated after how many years? 25. Number 3. The TV series Downton Abbey is set in which UK county? Yorkshire. Number 4. Who was the first Tsar of Russia? Ivan the Terrible. Number 5. What was the name of the police officer in the classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon Top Cat? It was Charles Dibble, or Charlie Dibble. Number 6. Who played Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Sir Ian McKellen. Number 7. Who wrote the novel 1984? George Orwell. 8. Opium is extracted from the juice of what plant? Poppy. Number 9. A web address ending .be typically originates from which country? Belgium. Number 10. Which London landmark has a diameter of 135 metres? The London Eye. 11. Freema Agyeman portrays which of the Doctor's modern companions in Doctor Who? Martha Jones. Number 12. What is the highest female singing voice? Soprano. Number 13. Rabat is the capital of which African country? Morocco. Number 14. According to the proverb, what is the thief of time? Procrastination. And number 15. Which movie con man has been played by both Frank Sinatra and George Clooney? Danny Ocean. There you go, that's takeaway trivia for another week. Hope it's been a successful one for you. If not, don't worry, there's another one next week. Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow this podcast wherever you get your podcasts from so that it's delivered direct to your device next Monday. It's been a pleasure to be a quizmaster. I'm going to leave you with one final tat fact. Did you know that Finland is the happiest country on Earth? That's according to the World Happiness Report. Everyone's got sauna. Of course it's a good place to be. Okay, quiz heads, have a great week, have a safe week, and we'll quiz again soon. Take care. I hope you're enjoying Takeaway Trivia. Don't forget we're now available wherever you get your podcasts, so please subscribe, rate and review to help this quiz grow. Also, if there's anything you would like to be tested on, any subjects you'd like to hear in the quiz, please get in touch. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/takeawaytrivia or on Threads at Bar Wars. Finally, we're also available on YouTube, youtube.com/@takeawaytrivia. Happy quizzing! The intro music is There It Is by Kevin MacLeod, available from incompetech.filmmusic.io, licensed by creativecommons.org.